Rob, commiserations. Wasn't to be in the final. Slow start cost you. You got better towards the end, but chasing Luke at 5-0 is not ideal.
Yeah, of course. It's a tough school to a certain degree, but yeah, I don't know. I don't prep myself with 30 minutes or 20 minutes. I struggle in other stuff what's longer, you know. So for me, I'm more impressed. I played well today, and I'm happy with that. And look, we just built bridges going forward. I had a 6-week period, but a 3-week period was probably a little bit off for whatever reason, you know. But look, life happens, doesn't it?
I remember speaking to you in Nottingham, and you said you would get better in this Premier League. Where do you think you've sort of like not achieved where you possibly should have in the last 13 weeks?
I don't know. It probably like the last 6. Starting from there, I've had a few issues and other stuff, but look, I can't grumble. It's been great. I've loved being here. It hasn't worked out, but look, that's where it is. It's okay. It's not like I'm a broken man like I was 3 years ago, you know. So I'll come in. I try my best every week, but yeah, it just not really worked out for me.
How do you approach the next 3 weeks? Obviously, the playoffs now seem to have gone. So how do you approach the next 3?
Well, you just chase 10 grand every week, don't you? Do you know, it's the logical way. And look, if you're not here to make finals or whatever, then you have to chase the money. Unfortunately, I never play a game of darts for money. Truthfully, it seems like when you win, the money comes with it. But for the next 3 weeks, I suppose, I can chase that, and I chase 10 grand every week. And look, it's still something to get out of bed for, I suppose, you know.
Rob, thanks very much.
Cheers, pal.
Rob, do you think you could be the spoiler perhaps for the next 3 weeks of this Premier League?
I actually believe so. I think my game's in a good place. Probably showed that in me first, you know, but you can't tail off, and you still got to hit legs. And it wasn't like, I'm not going to put Luke down, but it wasn't like he was incredible. It was because I wasn't doing the right things for me. So I would never put the boy down, but at the same time, look, if you're not playing, happy days for him, you know. Cheers, mate.
Rob, this Premier League season, as you say, has been sort of up and down for you. I mean, can you put your finger on why you haven't quite found the consistency at all?
Yeah, look, I'm not here to make excuses. I've had other stuff and things, but look, life's life, and you sort of move on. I'm not being defeatist either, you know. I'm very happy. I've come in, I competed at the start, at a middle section, which sort of dragged on maybe too far, but look, life is where it is, and a game of darts, look, it is what it is. It can be ruthless, it can be nice, it can be all different things. So look, it's like Madagascar, isn't it? Smile and wave. The penguins.
After the year off, have you enjoyed being back in it?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I think it's fantastic. It's saying what I want to do again. Would I say I was used to it? Probably not, but I always look for a routine for what I'm doing, and at the same time, I think routines got ruined this year, and saying what I was used to wasn't there. So I come up with the idea that we try and limit it and not worry about that. But look, it is what it is, and you are where you are, and rightfully so. You know, you do. Well, you sort of deserve that. You know, if you're not performing every week, then look, it is what it is. Cheers.
Rob, you sort of said 3 years ago you were a broken man, but you've come back from that and you've responded amazingly to get back to the top of the sport. Despite what's happened in the Premier League, do you feel like you can go into the match play and regain that, and you've got a real spring in your step again?
Yeah, 100%. But you say, yeah, I can even play bad at this game and still not really drop out the top 10. You know, if I was going to defend myself, look, I'm a bit like a clown, you know. I rock up, I win a world title, I do this, I do that, underlooked, and it doesn't really matter to me. But never really been out the top 10, so I'm not really too much of a Scooby either at the same time, you know. So when I enjoy it, it's a great game. When I don't enjoy it, then yeah, it's a little bit complicated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Rob, it's the first time that you've played the Premier League in this format where you're playing 3 matches in one night. Do you prefer this to the old format, or do you think perhaps there could be a new format in the next few years?
I'm not too sure, you know. It all depends, yeah, where your own game is. So you play these games and not being rude, you know. When it was one game a night, I would have been doing all right through the first 5-6 weeks. So I could be biased, but I won't be. So it's nice, yeah, that there's money on the end of it, so it gives you motivation to win other stuff. There's a lot of positives what come with it. And then the old format, I used to enjoy that and all, but I think the key thing with everything is that it's all how you're playing. You know, you can go out there, you can put 105, 110 in, and go out there and put 85 in. So it just depends where the game is and how it is over 16 weeks. And like I said, sometimes I didn't really play bad, but at the same time, you still find a way to lose 6-5, so ain't good enough.
Cheers, Rob, thank you.
Cheers.
Rob, since 2018, Michael Smith has only ever beaten you once in the Premier League. Did that ease the pressure for you heading into Liverpool?
Don't get me wrong, me and Mikey played a lot of times and stuff, and I seem to sort of, I'm not gonna thing it because I think he's a great guy, he's a great player, but I seem to have the upper hand over the form or whatever over the years. But no, not really. You go out there, you wear your heart on your sleeve, you put your best foot forward, and look, if it's your day, it's your day, you know. And I practiced well tonight, and I knew I played well this morning as soon as I woke up, and that's what kind of player I am, you know. When you wake up, it's like, is it happening, ain't it happening? And yeah, I woke up on the right side of the bed, so I'm thankful to make a final.
You had a 2-year break from the Premier League. The last time you were in it, we had the likes of James Wade and Gary Anderson. Now we've got the likes of Humphreys and Littler. What's the biggest differences that you've noticed between the two?
I don't really, because I suppose Gary, yeah, look, he's the most naturally talented player. If I was going to speak about Gary, I think he's absolute great. He won a Euro Tour last week, beat me on the way, and look, fair play to him. You know, he can still do it. He's still dangerous. He wants to give it all that I'm finished or whatever he's saying. You know, he plays it down, and I don't blame him. But age ain't a factor with that man. Not when you've got that ability. I suppose the difference in the 2 years, I don't think there's any difference. I think it's all a personal performance thing. You know, it's how you're performing. And you can't worry about everyone else in that room. You've got to worry about yourself. And if you're performing every week and picking up points and doing great things, then it makes the job easier. If it works out sort of at the bottom, you know, it's a lot tougher. I would say that.
And you previously said you fell out of love with the game of darts, despite, you know, you playing impressively on the tour. Would you be able to elaborate as to why you kind of...
I don't really want to go there, you know. I'm glad all them days are gone, and look, I'm all repaired. I'm ready to go again, and yeah, we ain't going back there. It's too far.
Rob, just once the Premier League season's over, will you get some downtime to just chill out, relax before the next set of tournaments comes up? You know, you're looking ahead towards the end of the year.
Yeah, of course. I've got holidays booked and stuff with the family, so it's great. I've sort of this month especially, you strangle yourself, you know. You're gonna play everything, but it's been worth it. It's been good. I would say probably Pro Tours I'm gonna lack, you know, and I'm looking in the future. I'll probably miss the next 3 or 4, and it's gonna look on paper like an uphill task, but I have to perform. But apart from that, really, yeah, try and get 2 or 3 holidays in with the family, you know. The boy's still 3, he's madder than me, so yeah, he's doing well, you know, and life's good. So yeah, I'll definitely get the time coming up. But yeah, I do. It is what it is, you know.
And then hopefully 12 months' time, sitting here, you know, as Premier League champion.
No, world champion. World champion. You see, that's the pinnacle in the game, you know. Anyone must want it, they'd tell you that it's probably everything in the game, you know. And I was very naive the first year that when I won it, I thought to myself, oh, it don't matter, it'll be forgotten tomorrow. But it's a stamp, yeah, what you carry and what lasts forever. And being world champion would be everything to me. and it's the pinnacle of the game. There's no doubt about that. You know, we look at Humphreys. He's going to get the experiences this year, but he's probably going to be a little bit overlooked with Little not being rude and fair play because the boy's class. But yeah, apart from probably that situation, everyone else would have had a normal year. You know.
Thanks.
Cheers.